Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Elden Ring. We've defeated Margit, and we are storming Stormveil Castle. I've got my two daggers ready, and early on into this, I should be able to get a set of claws that will carry me through till the end. They have the best reach in the game, I believe.
You there? Come over here, would you? You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected. Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnished that I like. I pray for your success.
Yeah, you pray for my downfall. If you don't know already, this guy will sabotage you throughout the castle, especially in one room where he traps you in there with a knight that just rocks your shit. And then when you die, he steals your runes. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, test out my bleed capabilities on him.
Tarnished. Why is it always me? What did I do to deserve?
Nothing in this run. But in other ones, he is a menace. If you hedge him off at a few of the of his spots, you have to respawn at the bonfires, I believe. He is like apologetic, and you can do another quest line that allows him to sell you the highest upgrade for mundane weapons at the very end, but it is not worth it in my opinion. Especially not for this playthrough. Ow. You look very sliceable. No thank you, no thank you. Stay out of your sight for now. Don't. Wait. No, no, no. Oh, I love bleed. So yeah, I did 162 damage, which is the 62 is the 15% of his max health, I believe, plus the additional 100 points of damage from just bleed proccing. There are some weapons in the game that will instead do 200 points on top of the 15%, but most of them are not ones that I'm interested in. They don't scale too well for bleed. And I would prefer to just have a higher, like a shorter interval of bleed proc than doing 100 more points of damage. No. Oh! I need higher stance. He stunned me from rolling. Damn, that's on me. I forgot to mention last time, but this is the room that the... what's his name? Gostock? Traps you in, and this is the one... this is the guy that bombards you. Ow. Not on my watch. Again. I'm just gonna run through these guys. I don't want to mess with them. Ooh, thank you for killing that dude. I do like the rare occasions when enemies will take care of other enemies. Hello, Roger.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is.
Goddamn, look at those baby blues.
What are you doing here in Stormveil Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind. I see. Here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you?
Yeah.
You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace.
Yeah, it helps when I don't have a big hat in my way.
Enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time. Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between.
Did you happen to stop seeing it when you put on that hat of yours?
As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
You do only magic, and I am not inclined towards that. I am not exactly smart. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit smart about this. Okay, so 4 is roughly what I need. Nice. Something else to note about status effects. When you proc one of them, when you cause one of them to enact, the next proc takes longer to enact. So the number that you need to fill up for their bar goes up. Sometimes it's just a bit, sometimes it's pretty substantial. Gonna skip some. So like that number may initially be 350, and then it may go up to 450 or even like 600. It depends on the specific individual, but it is worth noting, especially for bosses. Sometimes their number goes up substantially, and then plateaus eventually. I know everyone is ready and willing to fight in this game, and we are in a castle, but it makes you wonder what happened to, like, just the normal folk. Like, it couldn't have just always been just the soldiers here. There has to be just the normal nobles. Oh, shit. I mistimed that jump. At least my jellyfish survived. Good news is I can respawn right there. Let's try this again. Rude. Hey, giant buddy, you want to hit your friends over here? No, you missed them. Oh god, hello. You are large. Ooh, good job, jellyfish. Let's go, jellyfish. Bleed in poison. Oh, there is a good Ash of War in the DLC that whenever you are able to proc poison on an enemy, you do this Ash of War and it hits them
Be proud.
and
You were a
gives
fine
them a bit of
warrior.
scarlet rot,
Your only mistake was your choice of
but then it
master.
consumes the
Let the
poison
rules
effect
lift you.
on them and deals damage to them. Additional damage. It's really nice. And you can let the poison play out for a while before using the Ash of War, and it does numbers on their health.
Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you?
My name is Miku.
Clearly not one of Godric's lot.
No.
I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds.
Will
I'm
do.
certain father would permit me a... Apologies. As fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance. Down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord.
Heard loud and clear. And before I go deal with Godric, there is one matter I want to attend to in the castle. A little loop-de-loop roundabout. So I can get another golden seed and oh yeah. You see that dilapidated church all the way over there? That causes so many new players to have such headaches trying to get there, because there's no point of entry from Liurnia, the section that is at its base. It is a fairly late game place you have to get through by actually going underground. We will likely traverse that just because doing the quest line associated with it is really fun and provides so much extra to the world and the lore, so I'll be doing that. But in my first playthrough, I spent probably an hour or so just going around trying to figure out how to get up there. To no avail, of course. Not until I was on my way to get married, which sounds weird, but in this game is accurate. Hello, ratty boys. Oh, great heavens, what are you? Ow. Got your hitbox still goes at that point. Oh, shit. Ooh, miss me, now you gotta, never mind. Done with that face. Ow. Anticipated that too early. Ooh, shit. I thought I dodged in time. Oh. Definitely did not dodge that one. Nice, I think I got a bleed off with that one. Not only do I have to watch out for the explosions on that one, but I have to watch out on the floor because pillars of holy damage will just pop up. And all those guys drop holy golden seeds, which I can use to upgrade how many flasks I use. And we get to see this lovely fish thing. Aren't you just a beauty? With a bit of environmental storytelling, it is said that this pustule came from the visage of the Prince of Death, he who used to be called Godwyn. As first dead of the demigods, it's said he's buried deep under the capital at the Ur tree's roots. So this guy here is a similar visage to Godwyn, and he's growing through the Ur tree's roots, wherever they are. And what happens is this. He spreads death root. And that was Roger. And we'll see what happened to him later. Tell you right now, it ain't pretty. Hopefully it never happens to us in this game. At least it's more forgiving than the Dark Souls games. Those, if you got cursed or petrified or whatnot, they put you through the ringer with that, either decreasing your health by half, cursing you entirely, or doing something to make your life a living hell until you could undo the curse. Here you just automatically die, and I'm okay with that. And if we drop down here, this place looks a bit familiar. And there's the grafted spider that Roderico was talking about. And I know, I'm not going around and killing everybody, but honestly, what's the point? They're just gonna respawn again. Oh, hello. Might as well just hop my way through and make sure I don't get hit by things like that. This. Nope, nope, nope. And I can deal with you later. And I'm just gonna claim this side of grace right now, so then I don't have to do that loop after I finish Godric. And there we go. Got another flask. And I'd say I'm ready to fight Godric. Remember how I upgraded the Great Knife from a blood loss buildup of 38 to initially 57? Well, because I upgraded it to a +4, and I've also been upgrading my arcane, it's now at a 62, which does not seem like a lot right now, but it will eventually build up quite substantially, probably into the hundreds. You ready for this, Miku? Hi, Nefeli. And this is Godwin's great-great-grandson.
Mighty dragon, thou art a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred.
Bro, cut your nails.
Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. A lowly tarnished. Playing as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
So you're the lord of piss? You know, I was gonna ask you if you needed a hand, but it seems like you got plenty. Ooh. That's got some range. Got a nice bleed there. Oh, thank you. Ooh, nice, got a bleed off. Yeah, keep shouting.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength. Forefathers, one and all! Bear witness!
That seems so unsanitary. Yeah, die, piss boy.
One day, we'll return together
No, you won't.
to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Yeah, enjoy your golden shower in hell. Damn. So no head. Like I said, I'm gonna be mostly upgrading my arcane until I can get the occult affinity. But also in the meantime, I'm gonna go back to this side of Grace over here because Godric dropped Godric dropped this handy dandy thing called a Great Rune. It's what Roger was talking about, something of great power that everybody's fighting over. When Marika shattered the Elden Ring, these great runes were what was left. And all the demigods scrambled for them. And Godric, even though he is constantly referred to as a fraud, which he is, he possessed one of them. And it is the best one for early game, hence why they give it to you early game. And eventually I will get these handy dandy items that will allow me to enact these runes. I need to activate this one first. And when I enact Godric's rune, it gives me +5 to all of my attributes. This is typically good for a build that has a wide spread of stats. So if I'm doing a bleed build, which requires a little bit of strength, dexterity, and arcane, on top of my standard endurance, vigor and mind, then I'm going to want that because I'm going to be spread too thin. For the build I'm going with the occult, I may change it eventually for Radahn's Great Rune, which gives an increase to my HP, FP, and stamina. But for now, I definitely want this Great Rune. Especially while I still have bleed affinity for my Great Knife. And these are two fingers. What Melina had been talking about are these guys. These are the scions of the Greater Will. The ones that guide this world, even guided America well before the Erdtree even. Oh, and I should, before I move forward, I should go back here and chat with Yura. I forgot to do that. Hello, Yura. He is such a badass armor.
Just joining the fray. Tarnished. Well, you fought Nereus and survived. That alone deserves commendation. I'm Yura. Hunter of bloody fingers. Tarnished. Held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots. Who stalk their own. You stay the path. You're certain to face more of them. Just remember, no kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade.
Yeah, I'll remind you about that.
One last word of warning. Stay clear of Agil Lake. A great dragon roosts there. And it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake.
Will do. So now, I do believe there is a early on occult Ash of War that I can find, and I can apply it to the hook claws that I found in Stormveil. While it's not the Reduvia, it will allow me to have a good arcane scaling weapon early on that does bleed. This route is going to take us into Caelid, which, if you know anything about From Software games, they love their swamps, their poisoned swamps.
Death has left its mark once again. Ah, a tarnished are you? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death
Like
and
them?
weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death.
Yeah, I can see that.
Worse yet, it is home to a mariner.
Buddy, do you
If
see
you
this?
value your life, then go no further.
Noted. I'm gonna let you deal with that. So yeah, under the Erd Tree as it's supposed to be, there is no true death. There is just rebirth and sort of reintegration into the world. However, because Godwin was killed by a piece stolen from death, it is now it has now been reintroduced, and there are creatures like this, the Mariner, that are undead fully and herald death root. And what has happened to Godwin? Ah. Go on, go on. Go Kaplooey. Yeah. Yeah, maybe upgrading to the claws with the occult affinity will be really good for me early on. This is kind of pitiful right now. I also just think the claws do more damage than dual wield daggers. Get fucking slapped, oh my god. Shit. Fuck your boat. Fuck you and your boat. Actually, do I have enough for this? Yes, I do. Good dogs. While I can understand the association of turtles with wisdom and everything in this game, one thing that does kind of befuddle me is their association with stamina. Sorry, buddy, you don't look to be the most stamina-prone individual. But anyway, if you kill them and get their necks, you can craft them into something that increases stamina recovery, or you just use this talisman. I like the talisman just a bit better. Oh, I need some smithing stone 2s soon. So yeah, if I ever get forcibly dismounted without taking any damage, it means there is an invader nearby and I'm not allowed to use Torrent. Oh, come on. There you go. I should probably also increase my health soon. One more in Arcane, just for now. So yeah, now we're moving into Caelid. You can see how all of the ground is now ruddier and there are some fire elements around here and there. And we see this huge fuck-ass crow. Why do you have humanoid legs? You are horrific in every way possible. But yeah, this place is festering with scarlet rot, which is like poison, but worse. Oh yeah, and there are huge dogs here. Like, look at that thing. And there's a white one too. That thing is horrific. Canonically, this is what happens to the landscape when two demigods reach a stalemate. They make it everyone else's problem, because of course they do. And you can look at these sword memorials for information on battles. So for here, this is the Battle of Aeonia. Radon and Melania locked in stalemate. Then the Scarlet Rot blooms. So yes, those two demigods I was mentioning, Radon and Melania, were fighting when they reached that stalemate. And Melania, who was born with Scarlet Rot and had some of it lingering within her all the time, let it bloom, and all the greenery around here turned into Scarlet Rot infested lands. And something something, outer god of rot, reaching out to her, something something. If it blooms thrice, then she turns into a full god. Listen, I just think the status effect is awesome, and she is one hell of a boss to fight. I am going to be using these incantations eventually, especially this one, the Rotten Breath. This does mostly physical damage and induces Scarlet Rot on the individual. So I eventually will come back once I have gotten my arcane up enough and I start investing in faith. But in the meantime, I now have Life Steel Fist. And I can go to Ashes of War, go down to the hook claws that I got, and apply it there, and I now get arcane scaling on C. And now that I have that, I think it's about time to enter Liurnia. So here in the throne room of Stormveil Castle, just behind the throne, you can see Godfrey, first Elden Lord. This is father of Godwyn, and therefore, like, some odd father of grandfather of Godric. I'm not entirely sure how close they are in lineage. I do believe there is quite a distance, though, to the point that Godwyn can be considered an ancestor of Godric. Why, hello there. You just look like that girl Irina.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light.
Oh, I must be
If I
mistaken
might
then.
be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me?
It just so
My
happens I
eyesight
picked
has
up
been weak
one.
since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next. But
Oh,
when
that's
I
fine.
eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
Well, here you go.
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Oh, no problem. I just picked it up. I don't even know what it is. Well, here you go, random lady. Definitely not Irina. But here, we have the Majesty of Liurnia. While it's night, it's difficult to see all of it, but it is a wide lake forest. And right at its center is Raya Lucaria. But that is going to have to wait until next episode. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you then. Bye-bye!